Ladies as well as gentlemen, Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. This deck is okay. Here I'm playing against Mage. I've got all the key cards. I've got a Blizzard, some Frost Bolts, Flame Strike, Fireball, Polymorph. I don't know. It just didn't quite seem to come together. And the reason for that is I didn't really draft my usual way, making sure to have plenty of late game. I took some chumpy stuff to counter the aggro decks that we've been seeing a lot. And I'm having a real crisis of identity here. I don't know if I want to be a full-on Hearthstone Arena player in this brave new world of unabashed aggro decks running all over the place. It's just not the kind of Hearthstone I like to play. So maybe, I don't know, maybe those of you who really love Constructed and have wished that I would play more of it, we'll see more of that. Because that's definitely fun, especially now that I'm getting to the point where I've got a lot of cards. I can have pretty much any epic that I want, and I actually have enough dust to craft about 2 legendaries and most of a third, which may seem a little bit daunting since there are, after all, a lot of legendaries in the game. There's like 34, I think. There's a lot of them, so don't want to hit this thing. Nah. There's like 34 legendaries, and I only have 6, so like I'm missing a lot. But what I'm finding is that there's just a handful that keep getting used over and over again. There's like a handful of really key ones that you need to have, so it's not like that big of a deal if you don't have all the legendaries. So I can just craft a few of the important ones like Ysera and whatnot, and pretty much be fine. You know what? I don't want to use Frostwolf on that wolf. We'll just let my opponent pick which of these creatures he wants to trade the wolf for. Whether it's the Leper Gnome to stop the damage or the Mana Wraith to be able to play his own creatures. And that should be fine. I've got 2 5-drops here, which will make my next turn a little bit awkward, potentially, but hopefully he'll play something for me that will be worth Frostbolting, and then on turn 5 we can just play our big fat dudes. So he's going to armor up, and oh, this is interesting. He's gonna leave. No, he's gonna kill the Mana Wraith. Okay, smart move, smart move. So there's nothing for me to Frostbolt here, but luckily I top decked the Harvest Golem. That's nice. So I'm just keep on making the plays. He's got 6 cards to my 5, which makes sense. He is the second player. He's used his coin, so he's just got the extra card for going second. There's the big dude. Now this is a bit of an annoyance because either I play the Venture Co. but then this guy doesn't die, or I kill it, but then I don't play anything. I think it's important to play this thing down. So we'll let my opponent do what he wants with this thing. Next turn, then, whichever one of these creatures he kills with this engine, I can actually hero ability it and finish it off with the other of the 2, and then I'll be able to attack with the Vengeful Mercenary at whatever he plays this turn. Injured Blade Master, that might have to eat a Frostbolt. My opponent's making a very interesting decision here. He's actually going at my face. I'm not sure I agree with that, to be honest. I think it was worth it to kill off one of my creatures here. Do I actually want to use the Frostbolt on this? Or do I want to use it on this, maybe? I think it's all the same in the end. Yeah, it's all the same. So, we'll just do that. Seems fine. This seems good. Man, Harvest Golem is a good card. Well, I'm trying to get rid of all of his creatures here. And just swing for 7 damage. It's a lot of damage on this thing. I am glad I drafted some late game. That's certainly nice. This is a warrior, so I don't need to worry about any humility effects. Don't need to worry about any fireballs. I can just play the game, enjoy life. The Kodo, even at turn 7, because of this ability, I can't quite play it. I'm always a turn away from the Kodo, of course. So I could play this Taunter, or I could kill off the Mechanical Dragon. The Taunter does theoretically protect me from this stuff, but I think I'd actually rather just kill this creature here and swing for the full 9 damage. I mean, that is a staggering amount of damage that I'm dealing. He needs to come up with an answer for this, like, real soon. Alright, that'll do it. Maybe I could have played Blizzard. That would have frozen this thing, kept this guy alive for a turn. I said an execute, I see. So he's going to do even better than that. This opponent seems to be making some strategic errors. You really, when you're this low on life, you really should, you know, kill off your opponent's creatures. Alright, well as it is, I'm going to leave this to guard against his Kor'kron Elite. I'm going to essentially make him prove that he actually has something. And he might, he very well might. I could definitely live to regret letting this thing live. But I did deal 3 extra damage to him as a result. Alright, Stampeding Kodo, his time has passed. That is a fact. Well, he's thinking about whether to do the trade. He decides not to, which is a fair decision. What I could do is I could actually Blizzard here. That would take this down to 3 health. Hero ability then would finish it off with the help of the Golem. And then I could swing for a lot. That seems fine. We'll do that. So there's no rush finishing this guy off. I'm not up against a priest. Let's go ahead and do this trade. The Flesh-Eating Ghoul gets big and juicy. Swing for 4. And yeah, I'll play the Mirror Image. This opens me up to like a mind control attack, but meh, if he has it, he has it. I think this is pretty legit. So now we're threatening another 7, well, 8 damage, but it's unlikely that he's not going to armor up or have any kind of removal. There's a Mortal Strike for the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Seems fair. Was most of his mana for the turn. What does he have for 3 mana here? A Panther. Well, I'm not immediately concerned about that. Kodo is still no good. Mountain Giant. Oh, no! This is actually a relevant Mountain Giant here. Yikes. Well, I think we need to keep on dealing damage if we can, but let's pick that creature off, shall we? And, nuts. We'll definitely play the Warden. We'll hang on to these missiles for now. And we'll pass the turn. Oh man, this giant is actually really relevant here. My opponent might win because of it. We'll see. Going to cleave. Pull off some more of my stuff. There's another Panther. Oh man, this could get ugly. Flame Strike is a good out here, so is Cone of Cold. He should have put the stealth creature in the middle to stop against Cone of Cold. Bluegill Warrior. I can deal 4 damage. He's at 9 health. I really shouldn't. I should really kill off this Panther. Make it harder for him to get past my Warden. Well, let's do that. Do this. Kill this off. I could get really lucky Arcane Missiles and kill the Panther off. I mean, is anything better going to happen with these? Not really. Might as well. Okay. Let's keep working on this Molten Giant. Play the Kodo. Sadly, the Kodo whiffs. I'm glad I didn't draft any more of them, because even one kind of whiffed. I had that chance to kill the Mechanical Dragonling. You know what really might have lost this game for me? It's that one turn where I didn't Blizzard when he had the Mechanical Dragonling out. It enabled him to kill off his my Ventricle Mercenary, and then he was able to catch back up. Now I could be in big trouble now. So unfortunately, his Molten Giant is it's 2 turns of hero ability away. Frostbolt is pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this. And I don't know. I'm not going to attack. I'll just leave it alone. I might lose, though. He's got 2 cards to my 0. What card draw do I have here? I have, I think, an Acolyte of Pain, maybe? And, of course, I have the potential to gain card advantage via Flame Strike. But this isn't going to help me, unfortunately. Earthen Ring Farseer. Well, that actually changes things a bit. We'll go ahead and do this. Heal my creature up. Ping that down. So this can now trade for my 3/3, but, well, that's life. Yeah, I have to draw a Flame Strike really soon or else I'm going to be totally screwed. Oh, that's not helping me. He's got to be a little bit careful, but I guess he does have, 13 health here, being a warrior. And all. Oh, man, I really had this game. But he just kept having just enough removal to clear my threats, and then I ran out of cards before he did. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. Is this even worth playing? I think it's actually making things worse, because when this guy runs into it, he becomes enraged. Yeah, it's no good. He's drawing even more cards. Great. Well, I can't even blame aggro or anything on this loss, because my opponent just beat me the old-fashioned way. I mean, if I had... The Blizzard was good later as well. It's just... Oh, see, look at this. Yeah. Well, on the plus side, my arenas are going to be fast now if I keep losing, because I'm drafting badly and losing to aggro decks. Maybe what I'll do is just play the way that I've always played, but maybe just tone down a little bit the end game that I draft, the amount of end game that I normally draft. Maybe not go quite to the extremes like I went to here, taking a River Crocolisk. But just tone down a little bit how much end game I draft so that I have a little bit more protection against aggro decks, but, you know, I'm still doing well against other decks, which is normally the idea. Oh my gosh, this arena is so terrible. It is just unbelievably bad. Everything from like the draft to the games. Losing to that warrior, there's just no way that I should have lost to him under normal times. As a mage, no less. Shake Bag. Okay, Shake Bag, the druid. We'll see what he has to say for himself. I remember taking this over something like better too. Ugh. Okay, we'll just send stuff back here just in case this is a druid aggro. The Voodoo Doctor is not really playable against a druid, unfortunately. If it were like a leper gnome, I'd do it. But not Voodoo Doctor. So we'll pass the turn here. He's got nothing on turn 2. That's fine. I think we'll just coin out the Flesh-Eating Ghoul to get the party started. So hopefully he doesn't have any Wrath. Hopefully he just plays his own stuff. And I can kill it with my Frostbolt. And then grow this up a little bit and attack. That is the hope.
Don't mess with
well, that's kind of what I wanted and kind of not. The issue here is that, basically, so I was going to say I could kill this, but I don't have enough mana to Frostbolt this. But what I could do is this. I'll grow my Flesh-Eating Ghoul. I can attack here. And then I'm going to play the Voodoo Doctor to heal it back up. So now he can shapeshift and kill the Voodoo Doctor, but that will make the Flesh-Eating Ghoul even bigger. So if he doesn't have a Wrath, now he's going to get into a little bit of trouble. Alright, so he's going to play a Dragon Big Mechanic, which is totally fair. I'm just going to drop down my big Taunter. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just trade these creatures off. Although that was like a real creature versus sort of a fake creature, I think that's fine. We'll just swing for 6 damage. So the Voodoo Doctor's trade here permanently grows my attack on the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, so I only have to attack with this like one more time to make that totally worth it, pretty much. So he hasn't had a Wrath for my Ghoul this whole time, though now the number of things he could have is expanding. He could have a Swipe for this, a Starfall for this. I mean, this is worth killing. It's a 6/3, so really any way he has of killing it, he should. That is interesting. So as long as I kill this through some other means besides the Ghoul itself, the Ghoul will survive. Problem is this is such a puss, it doesn't even kill that. Now, unless I use Frostbolt. So I could attack here, Frostbolt. The Ghoul will survive by a hair. And I'll have 3 mana left, so I could either Hero Ability to finish off this thing and let my Ghoul die. It'll be 9 damage. And then he really doesn't want to shapeshift and hit it again. That's kind of severe. The Kodo to kill the mechanic is tempting, but then this thing doesn't die. I could just Polymorph this thing, you know? Kill off the sheep. This will hit for a 7 damage. Is that worth it? Or is my Polymorph better saved for a later target? I could Frostbolt this Hero Ability that's what I want to do. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, we'll do this. And then, maybe this is the time for Arcane Explosion? What do I save for Arcane Explosion, really? Yeah, I think this is the time for Arcane Explosion. We'll do this. If I use the Mogishan Warden to finish off the mechanic, then he'd be at 1 health, and the Shapeshift would finish it off. Let's just leave this alive. I do have this fragile cargo here. Man, Flesh Eating Ghoul is such a crazy card. There's the Starfall. Well, because I used Arcane Explosion, this guy lives, albeit, you know, he's maybe not the most useful taunter that was ever in existence. I could play the Gnomish Inventor and draw a card, but I'm going to resist that urge, and instead I'm actually going to play out more creatures. I mean, my opponent's pretty low on life, so I should try to press the advantage, and I want to get this Cobra on the board. Playing the Gnomish Inventor would have prevented me from playing the Cobra, and I think it's worth it to get the Cobra down. So now he either has to have removal for his Cobra, or if he plays this big 7-mana tree that he has, then the Cobra just kills it. So it kind of sucks for him either way. So he could have the best of both worlds here if he has a Wrath. This Druid seems not to have had any Wraths all game, which is fine by me, so now I actually get to kill off this Yeti.
The light protects me.
And that is one creature I just don't give any shits about. Alright, Blizzard. Well, what would I push through? I'd push through like 5 damage? No, I think it's just better to do this. Kill off the Argent Squire. And, I'm gonna do this. So the reason, what I'm doing here is I'm basically making him kill the bear with his Yeti, then the Yeti will be at 1 health, and then I'll be able to pick it off. This preserves the Cobra for any incoming Ironbark protectors, aka that. Now, of course, I could just polymorph this, but I wonder why he says that was a mistake. I could polymorph that, of course. Would that win me the game? Oh, I should have looked first. What is this? 3, 5, 7. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I could have won the game with polymorph, Bluegill Warrior, and hero ability on the face. I got razzle bedazzled. Well, here we'll save the polymorph for whatever he plays next. Let's just cash in our Cobra before he gets removal for it. We'll attack. We'll draw a card. Mana Wraith. I'm sure I'll play the Mana Wraith. It seems fine. Druids have lots of expensive cards, so this might actually matter. And I'm sorry, I could have won that turn if I hadn't been razzled bedazzled by this vulnerable Yeti. I had, 3 plus 2 is 5, 6, 7, and then 8 damage would have done the job. Sadly, Polymorph and Blizzard do not target opponents directly. Just gonna shapeshift. Bite. It's actually getting him a lot of life. And the ooze makes no difference. Okay, so well, actually, the bite gave him so much life. Is it 7? Oh, man. Oh, no, I can win. Okay, so let's not make the same mistake twice. Here we go. We got 7 damage. Okay. And that is the game against Shakebag the Druid. I think maybe the other reason I'm inclined to go to playing Constructed is that I win a lot in Constructed. Which I know, not everybody can win a lot. 50% of people are winning and 50% of people are losing. But for now, it seems like because Constructed is free, you pretty much know that the pool of bad players in Constructed is never going to go away. And since everyone gets to 3-star Masters, given enough time, you just know that the bad players will always be there. It's not the same in Arena. In Arena, over time, it's quite possible that the bad players will leave, and then sort of the predatory system that's going on right now, where, the good players feed off of the bad ones and are able to go infinite in the arena, while the bad players just, lose everything they've got, will eventually end. And you've kind of been seeing that happening on this channel, though I did have that hot streak last week. Ever since then, I've been pretty cold. I've had, a few good runs, a few 6s, I got a 9 in there, but a lot of cold runs as well. And, that's partially because the population pool of the arena is changing. Now, when the new system rolls out in December, they're going to have this, 25 rank system, where you can actually lose ranking if you lose enough games and all that stuff. Maybe then it'll get a little bit tougher to climb up there, but honestly, I wouldn't mind. I mean, the nice thing about Constructed is people complain about the gold income being too low, and I guess, sure, it'd be nice if it was more than just, 10 gold for 3 wins. That would be nice, definitely, but I think you're still making money, you still play games, and if you play for how long does an arena run last? A good arena run is 2 hours or so usually. If you play for 2 hours, you could win a lot of games in 2 hours, and you're just steadily making gold, buying packs. I don't know, it seems like a nice life. Maybe it's just because I'm looking at it that way, because you know, I haven't really delved much into Constructed, and maybe I would find it super frustrating with time, but I don't know. Seems like a pretty cool place to be. I've been having a lot of fun making decks for my Constructed videos. It's been a good time. And perhaps I'll stick around there if my failure in the arena keeps on mounting, or if I just decide I need a vacation. Who knows? Maybe if I go away long enough, the aggro metagame will stop and people will go back to playing Control. So one nice thing about playing against a Shaman is, you know, the Kodo will always get to kill something. It's a bit unfortunate my opponent popped this totem, which I can also kill with my hero ability, but I think, you know, it's worth getting this down. I don't want to wait too long. Ah, okay, that changes. So if I play the Kodo, then there's a risk that it'll actually... Oh, no! Oh, my God! I can't kill this because it's at 3 power because of the totem. So I can actually just play this. It's guaranteed to kill the Flame Tongue. Rock on. And we're going to leave this alone. There is a risk he's going to play a Dark Iron Dwarf and use it to kill my Crocolisk. But I just really don't want to pass up 2 damage and put a damage on my creature when this thing is going to die to my hero ability. Of course, I really don't want to kill this with my hero ability. I want to actually play the Vengeful Mercenary. But we'll see. Maybe I'll play like a reasonable 4-mana play and I'll, you know, get to kill it then and play that. Alright, there's a healing totem. And there's the Hex. Well, so he's going to get to kill this frog, which is actually kind of unfortunate. It is. I like having the frog around. The frog is a nice thing to have. Earthen Ring Farseer. Well, the heal is totally... Well, it's not totally wasted. I could run into this and waste 2 points of it. That seems silly. No, we're just going to play this, and... I'll get rid of this 1-1. I think it's worth it. To stop any potential Flame Tongue shenanigans or whatever. So the Stormwind Champion is not playable next turn, as he previously was. That is the price to pay for a 7/6 for 5 mana. But I've got some nice removal here in my back pocket, and this guy is actually playable, so if I run this into a creature, I can actually heal him up afterwards. Fork Lightning, okay. So he'll have 5 mana next turn. That is probably going to eat a Frostbolt. Oh no, it's not, because it's going to get healed up. Well, I can eat a Frostbolt plus hero ability. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And I'm going to swing for 7. I mean, there's a danger, of course, to leaving totems on the board, but I think there's something to be said for dealing 7 damage to your opponent. I mean, this thing will kill him in 2 turns, so it's like he has to deal with this. The spell damage totem, of course, means that a lightning bolt will finish it off for bargain 5 mana, or for bargain 1 mana. That will only leave him with 4 mana, though, from the previous turn's overload, so I'm not super concerned about it. Plus, once this is clear, I can then play the Worgen and the Farseer, although the Farseer's ability is unfortunately still being wasted. Lightning Storm to try to kill this off. It's a coin flip. He loses the coin flip, my poor opponent. Well, that's definitely desperate. I would have actually flipped a totem first to see if he can get a taunt. Now he didn't. He lost the coin flip there as well. Poor guy. Oh man, he's just not having any luck. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll heal up here. And Mirror Image is tempting, but I'd rather just kill this thing. And swing for 7 damage again. So that Ventricle Mercenary, because my opponent lost the coin flip, might just go all the way. It's not gonna go all the way. Bummer. Okay, can I win? Let me just actually remember to check for the win here. What I got? 3 damage, 4 damage, 5 damage. I'm 1 short. Balls. Well, here's what I'll do then. Let's actually, Blizzard to freeze his creature. Then we'll play the Worgen, and we'll play the Mirror Image now. So he's in a bit of a pickle here. He kind of wishes he has Lightning Storm now, I bet. And, well, we're threatening the kill here. Does he have a Defender of Argus coming in? Usually whenever someone plays a dirt cheap creature in the last turn of the game, I imagine they're following it up with the Defender of Argus. No, he's got the Panda. Well, that's not doing anything. Unless he had a Defender of Argus, and he doesn't have a Defender of Argus. Well, that's that then. Ooh, my opponent is a smooth customer. He just passed the turn. Very smart. He had the razzle and dazzle ball and cup show. Play a creature, pop a creature, make a totem, dab dab da. And I won. Alright, so we're up to 3 wins. I don't really expect great things for this arena. I'm sort of just waiting to die. We'll see what happens. I mean, who knows? Maybe this will be one of those arenas where I'm all mopey and depressed and we make it to 9 wins. Who knows? Or just 4 wins away from 7, huh? But yeah, I'm pretty much not counting on anything great happening here. We were kind of in the loser's bracket there. I was at 1 and 2, so. But recently I have had a pretty good comeback. I think I was at like 2 and 2 or 3 and 2 recently. I made it up to 9 wins. Anything can happen. That deck I felt good about though. This deck not so much. All right, Hair Takis. Here, take this. What is that? Okay, so Leopard Gnome. I'm not super jazzed about playing this because it can die to a Mortal Coil and draw my opponent a card for the low price of 1 mana. But I mean, what else are you gonna do really? You're gonna play it and you're gonna hope for the best. I guess it still deals damage to the opponent, so that's kind of nifty. I'm tempted to play Arcane Missiles here to try to kill that thing off. In fact, I don't really see any immediate use for the coin, so I am actually just going to coin out and do the Arcane Missiles right now before any more creatures fall down. So I am totally happy, by the way, to spend a coin in Arcane Missiles to kill a Blood Imp, because the effect that a Blood Imp can have on the game is astronomical. Like now, let's say this turn he plays like a Flame Imp. I mean, it just causes all kinds of problems. Or like I started having to trade with creatures and use hero ability, or like previously if a creature plus hero ability would have killed it, then it won't. And the odds of killing a Blood Imp there are really, really high. So what are the odds of killing it with the Arcane Missiles? It's like yes, 7/8. So there's like an 87.5% chance that I was gonna kill that Blood Imp. I don't know why he's yelling at me. I'm just doing my job, killing Blood Imps. Wouldn't that be a really cool job? All you did all day for 8 hours was kill Blood Imps. I would probably do that for 8 hours a day if I got paid good for it. Like, cast Arcane Missiles, watch a Blood Imp die. So satisfying. What would be the most satisfying thing to watch die, I wonder? I don't know. I think now the most satisfying thing for me would be to just watch, like, stupid bullshit aggro decks get wiped by blizzards and flame strikes. That would probably be the most satisfying thing I could think of. My opponent probably thinks I'm playing an aggro deck. I'm not. I'm playing an anti-aggro deck. These are just here to guard against his aggro. I just happened to get them in the early game. All right, that's a pretty good drop for my opponent. The 3 toughness on this creature is quite good. Notice if the Blood Imp were still around, this would be like such a pain in the ass. It's unbelievable. Okay, so how do I want to do this here? I could run the Leopard Gnome into that hero ability, use this to kill that thing. I could run the Leopard Gnome, run that guy in, play the Farseer, heal up, leave a 1/1 on the board. I think I'll do that. Is there a better way that I'm not seeing? Yeah, I'll do that. The reason for that is I want to put a 3/3 on the board. That seems more important to me than clearing his board and leaving like a 2/1 and a 2/2 is what the other option was. Oh no, that wasn't it. I don't think I could have left both my creatures around if I wanted to kill that thing. Yeah. Basically, it was either put this on the board or take this thing off the board. I figured putting this on the board was better than taking this off of it. Of course, a Dark Iron Dwarf would make me regret that. Hey, speak of the devil. So now he does get to trade. And that sucks. A lot. That sucks a lot, actually. Well, nah, I regret my decision. So we'll at least do this. That makes things suck a little bit less because now when the Dark Iron Dwarf runs in here, the Golem can finish it off and then pop back and live. But of course, now I do regret that I didn't kill off his thing. He keeps playing things the Kodo does not kill. Man, are you a Warlock? Aren't you supposed to play some stuff that a Kodo can kill? Come on, buddy, get it together. He keeps playing like 3 toughness creatures against my 2 power creatures. Alright, that still does not actually die to a Stampeding Kodo, which is really frustrating. Dark Iron Dwarf actually is wildly unhelpful here. Well, I could put it on just to get the body, I suppose. Or I could play this just for the body. No, let's actually do a little bit of removal here. We're going to go ahead and play this Blue Warrior now. So we'll do this. We'll do that. So now it's like I'm kind of feel like I'm an aggro deck trying to survive against a mid-range deck. It's very irritating. I did deal 12 damage to him, which is nice. Some of that was self-done on his part. And I've got this sort of under control here, where if it kills my golem, I can finish it off with my hero ability. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Oh, he left it alive. Ooh, he should not have done that. Well, I catch a little bit of a lucky break here. He really should have killed my creature. He didn't. Now he kind of made the same mistake that I made, which is really funny. And I get to finish this off. Wow, that was a huge swing. I mean, if he had just killed that thing, all I could have really done. I mean, I can see why he didn't. Because if he killed the golem and he was going to play the abomination, then once the abomination died, his Silvermoon Guardian would have died. Plus the Guardian died to the hero ability anyway. So maybe what he didn't do was maybe he didn't make a mistake per se. It just didn't really work out for him. Ah, finally, something that will die to Stampeding Kodo. Isn't that a treat? Oh, I did draft another Stampeding Kodo. Oh, God. Okay, we're going to do this. And... Oh, I keep forgetting about that. Kill that. Do I want to trade for the night? No, I just want to hit him for 4 damage. That is a lot of damage here. He has taken a lot of damage. There's a risk of force will play creatures and this will die to nothing, but I feel like it was actually more worth it to deal 4 damage than to take this Knife Juggler off. We'll see if I end up paying for that. Siphon Soul. Okay, so he gains some life. And plays a Flame Imp. Smart move. He had a 50-50 chance of killing the Dark Iron Dwarf. I win another coin flip. Definitely getting lucky with those coin flips. Okay, we're going to do this. Draw a card. Arcane Explosion, 2-mana kill Flame Imp. Oh, man. It seems good. I'm going to trust my instincts here and do that. I could have also used Frostbolt for it. If he plays a lot of chump stuff here, I'll really regret not using the Frostbolt. But, I don't know. It seemed like a good move to just... Emotionally, it feels wrong, you know? Because it's a global removal spell, so emotionally it feels wrong to do it. But if you just think about it logically, it was 2 mana, kill, Flame Imp. Anyway, Fireball is just enough damage. So let's just go ahead and win the game. Hair Tacus. I feel like I've played against this person before. Ah, very polite. That's nice of him. I'm not sure what kind of deck he had. It seemed like a lot of miscellaneous stuff. Wasn't quite balls to the wall. It definitely wasn't one of those like balls to the walls aggro decks. I don't think those decks would play at a card like Archmage unless they were like up against the wall with a really, really terrible pick. So he was sort of middling. Kind of like me, actually, when I play Warlock. You just couldn't quite figure out the way. I actually do kind of want to try, now that I know that it works, because I've gotten some feedback from folks saying that, yes, it really does work. Stuff fell. I actually maybe would try a Warlock again and just try to like go crazy with the aggro. Who knows? Maybe I'll even like it. Baloop the Druid. Alright, I'll keep the Arcane Missiles in case he plays something important that needs to die, like a 1-drop of some kind. And actually, this is all very good anti-aggro stuff here. I mean, it's also just good to have early plays, of course. But here we go. So, got any crazy... Well, I'm the first player, I guess, aren't I? But anyway, if he has anything that needs to die, I can play it. The Sorcerer's Apprentice is pretty sweet, actually. It's a good combo with the Arcane Missile. So you can play the Sorcerer's Apprentice and then play this for free. What you got? Pint-sized Summoner. Well, I'll take a... So it's interesting. Basically, I could play this and just try to kill the Pint-sized Summoner safely, but I'll take the coin flip here. 50-50 chance the Pint-sized Summoner dies. I lose the RNG a lot, actually. So that means the Pint-size will trade against my Apprentice. Well, that's okay. So I basically played a Sinister Strike on my opponent there. Actually, that really sucked. Like, if even... So that was like a 12% chance that would happen. Oh, but does my opponent have a Moonfire?
A natural mistake.
He doesn't have a Moonfire. Well, I don't really know what he's doing here. If one of my missiles had hit this Pint-sized Summoner, I'd probably just finish it off. But here, let's just go ahead and kill it. Turn 3 is where it does start to get kind of scary, because he coined it out. So, on turn 3 is where he can play 4-drops. Apparently he didn't have any 3-drops, which is what he could have played last turn, but I'm not going to let him get a Senjin Shield Master or a Chillwind Yeti a turn early. So he just top-decked something. It was a Wrath. Ah, well, it's a good top-deck for him. But it is his whole turn, which is nice. Alright, we're going to play the No Mission Mentor. This is actually very good here. I do badly want another card. This anti-aggro card isn't the hottest thing in town, that's for sure. So if he plays a 4-drop, I'll have to kill it with Fireball. There's just no choice. I don't think I can afford to play this against like a Chillwind Yeti. That just seems bad. Well, maybe I will. I mean, it holds up against the Chillwind Yeti, then I can kill the Chillwind Yeti next turn. Dark Iron Dwarf, not quite good enough. Yeah, we'll just Fireball this. It's a bit sad, but he spent his whole turn playing that. I spent my whole turn killing it. It kind of works out. We'll see.
Where shall I strike?
Plays the Charger. Interesting choice there. Leper Gnome. Interesting. We'll drop our chump trash on the board here. And we'll do that to really incentivize him to kill off his cat. So what's just the story here? Assuming our creatures trade, I mean, he's got 6 cards. It's my force me to be 5. But I was the first player, so it seems okay.
Mistake.
Why does he keep saying he's making natural mistakes? Wrath? Is he telling me that I'm making mistakes? Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe he thought that I made a mistake when I like used the missiles.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Well, that's interesting. So, yeah, I see what he was doing there. So he got the buff this, so I can't finish off with my hero ability. He kind of got to have his cake and eat it. Well, if I use Arcane Explosion, I can actually hero ability this. And then kill the Shattered Sun Cleric too. If I play this, it's a little bit unimpressive. Actually, this is pretty impressive. What am I talking about? This is totally fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and put the pressure on. We'll do that. We'll ping this creature. I think it's in general better to ping creatures. Let's see what kind of answer a druid can come up with for a Vengeful Mercenary. The best one would probably be like his own big creature. Ancient of War, I think, is playable here. That would be a 5/10 with taunt. This is also good. Stampeding Kodo, not playable. Okay, what we'll do here is we'll do the trade. And now the Warden, I think, is fine. And I'm actually going to play the Dwarf. Generally, I don't like to buff on my own turn, but I think just putting the 4/4 body down is important enough. Quick card check. He's got 6/7 to 4. How am I feeling so far behind? I guess those trades with my chump trash against his quality card really kind of screwed me up. He's got his own taunt to protect his assets here in the form of the Drake. Luckily, Stampeding Kodo is pretty much ideal under these circumstances. That is a Rockstar Kodo right there. Now, how do I want to do this? I think since I've got this Voodoo Doctor, I kind of want to use it. Let's actually kill that off. Then heal up. Ping the Drake. And we'll swing here. So this Kodo made a huge difference. It gave me a card, because it removed one of his cards on the board while putting a creature onto my board. That's a huge deal. If he has Mind Control Tech, that would be actually rather awful here. Luckily, well, he might still have it.
Ready, sir.
But he doesn't have it yet. Alright, he's just putting a lot of stuff on the board here. Everything he has dies to a Flame Strike. That would be a good card to draw. Blizzard would be a good card to draw. If I don't draw them, well, it's not the end of the world exactly, because I am doing a lot of damage to him. I've got like 5 plus 7 is 12 damage. I mean, that's pretty good. We're not going to do any trading. We're just going to try to put the pressure on here. And is it worth it to use Arcane Explosion? Yeah, I think it is. Because now I can kill off this Drake, which is a big source of his damage, and just play the Golem. So what trades could he make here? Well, he could, you know, kill this, and then this, and then this, leaving me with 5 damage on the board. So he's got 4 cards to deal with 5 damage. 6 to counter his hero ability. So this something here needs to be removal or taunt, or else he loses. Removal, taunt, or healing, which is pretty likely, I suppose, all things considered. The Ancient of Lore is a pretty nice epic that buys him some time. My frame rate is terrible for some reason. I don't even know why. Okay. And he's going to armor up a little bit. Is he actually going to kill the Voodoo Doctor with the hero ability? I wouldn't if I were him. Alright, good, he's not. Now, Fireball... Do I have any more? I don't think I have any more Fireballs. I don't think I have any more. I don't know what I have that can deal direct damage. Well, that actually counts, I suppose. So we'll just keep swinging at his face here. We gotta go for it. So now Frostbolt, if I draw my other Frostbolt, that would win me the game. Do I have an Argent Commander in here? I can't remember. I think that would win me the game if I have one. I don't know. Oh, jeez! Well, I need to get a Polymorph now, or I'm really boned. I can't deal with this. I have to get Polymorph or I lose. Do I have any Silence? I don't know if I ever took a Silence. Oh, he's feeling really ballsy killing my Bluegill Warrior there. I guess it makes sense. He was dead to a Frostbolt in any case, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so the Flame Strike... Damn, I can't win. So I can ping off the Divine Shield, then play Flame Strike, but the Flame Strike doesn't quite kill this. So I have to use this to finish it off. Yeah, I have no choice. Nuts. Well, here's what we'll do then. We'll pop Divine Shield. We'll Flame Strike. Push this thing off. Pass the turn. So if he hero abilities and attacks this, he'll go down to 1 health, and then I'll finish him up. So he can't do that. He needs to have Taunt or Life Gain up here. Wild Growth, we'll draw him a card. Okay, so we don't know what that is. Well, that does it. So he gains a life each turn from the hero ability, so I can counter that, but I can't get ahead with my hero ability. I'm not a hunter, unfortunately. So he had an answer. Let's see what I've got here. Storm and Champion. Well, that might win, you know, by virtue of just being a 6/6. He only needs 2 more damage, though, to finish it off, unfortunately. Now, the reason that I attacked the Stormpike Commando is that in case he does have removal for this, of some sort, then if this thing lived to tell about it, I wanted to be able to ping it off with my hero ability. So like this, for example, he actually has removal for this. Oh, he doesn't. He has a Taunter. Interesting. I see. Well, that makes sense. Anyway, I drew my Frostbolt. So that'll be the game.
Well played.
A bit of a close one there against the Druid. Again, I don't think his deck was that phenomenal, so the fact that it was that much of a struggle is a bit disconcerting, to say the least. But we made it. We made it. And that's what counts in the end. It all looks the same on the scoreboard. What do we, 5 wins? Jesus Christ. I was stuck up to 5 wins. You know, I kind of like this. I kind of like that I lost a lot of games recently. It sort of changed my attitude now. I'm a lot more cool about losing than I used to be. It's not quite as depressing. Well, I don't know. I guess I was pretty mad during my Red Eye run, but during this run, I'm like, yeah, I'm losing. Whatever, man. I don't have to keep playing the arena. I had a good run of it. Man, what is up with my frame rate? Jeez. Sorry, folks. Let me see if I can close some programs. I have League of Legends installed. So there's this, like, bullshit, like, Pando media booster thing that plays sometimes. Yeah, I guess Hearthstone and OBS just suck up a lot of resources. Alright, we're going to send back all those expensive removal spells and see if we can get some early plays. Well, kind of do, kind of don't. We can play a 3-drop on turn 2. It's a taunt. I have found that that's not always good enough. Alright, no turn 1 play. I'd top deck my turn 1 play, so my regressive mulligan pays off. If I had mulliganed even one fewer card, I wouldn't have seen that Leper Gnome. Ah, he's got that thing again. Jesus. Well, why do I never have... I really want an Arcane Explosion here. So if I play the bear, he can run both his things into it. Or I could just kill it off and trade my Leper Gnome for it. I've been in this exact situation before. This is... this is very funny. Or I could just point out the Harvest Golem. That threatens to do a number on these as well. I just hate losing the Leper Gnome to this crap. I'm just going to play the bear. I'm gonna give him a big hug. So these two things can both run into the bear and kill it off. Of course, a Rockbiter weapon, Foil Lightning, or a Lightning Bolt can simplify the process tremendously. But I don't know. I didn't want to take the time to ping these creatures. That is an imperfect answer. It just leaves him with a 2/2. So here, of course, the Golem is nice. Time has kind of passed this Mana Wraith by. I have to say though, being a mage, I never thought that the merfolks were that good. Where are they? This Murloc Tidehunter, but I guess it's kind of annoying actually. Like when there's plays that you actually want to make, it's really irritating that you like can't play them. So we're obviously gonna kill this. Now the question is, do I play the Sen'jin to guard against the Yeti, or do I play up just a Fireball and kill it? Well, let's play the Sen'jin. Let's use the Fireball as a last resort. I'd rather do this. So officially, these two creatures trade against each other. Officially, if you can buff it with a Shattered Sun Cleric or something, then of course that changes the landscape. What I'd like, though, is for these guys to run in together. This thing stays at 2 health. My Golem can run in, finish it off, and I can actually play the Vengeful Mercenary, which has been putting in work. Interesting. That's... Ah, Forked Lightning. That makes a difference. So now I can actually... Well, I mean, I'm still going to finish this off. I don't know if that was really that good. Maybe it's just, you know, he put a 3-3 on the board, which is fine. Yep, we're going to do that. And do I play this, or do I play these two things? Well, the Wind Fury dude will kill the Mana Wraith, but then I can finish it off with my hero ability, but I've kind of got better things to do. Let's actually just do this. So either he lets it live, in which case it'll kill at least this and one other creature. I'm more interested in killing creatures at the moment than dealing damage. Or he doesn't let it live, in which case I get to play my creatures. Alright, he's going to 2-for-1 himself. Well, that's fine by me. Stampeding Kodo doesn't quite get the job done against this Crusader. We'll ping the lady. And I'm going to play the Mana Wraith here. So what this does is it gives him like a kind of annoying choice. Either he trades his way better creature for my crappy one, or he doesn't, but then he can't play creatures. He clearly wanted to play that Boulder Fist Ogre. Fair deal, sir. Fair deal. Okay, so I have to use my whole turn killing this off. Can't let that live. So hopefully there's no more of that where it came from. He's got like a late game deck, or at least he drew his late game cards. I don't have any 6-drops at all in this deck. I passed on a Wind Fury Harpy. These guys, man, I love Stampeding Kodo. I will always love Stampeding Kodo, but man, it just hasn't been super great lately. I can't play the Worgen still. It just dies that night. Damn it. Well, let's hope I kill the Squire. I don't. Great. Let's go ahead and play the Worgen anyway. So hopefully he doesn't flip a Healing Totem. The Raging Worgen plus hero ability will pick off this knight. And then now I have this other Kodo to finish the job against the Squire. Hopefully. We'll see. Nice to have some card draw. I do like that I have this, even though it's a bit expensive, and I'd rather have the Engineer. Still, I'm getting a little bit low on cards. So this actually does something. It threatens the Squire. It takes some damage off the knight. It's pretty good. So 3 cards and 7 mana, plenty of things the Shaman could do. It'd be nice if I could stay with a creature alive. That'd be really great. Because I really would like to clear off this board. I imagine if he doesn't have any Lightning Bolts or Rockbiter weapons, he's got to kill this Worgen, right? You can't just let the Worgen trigger Wind Fury on the Searing Totem and then kill off your Silverhand Knight. A Worgen will take out a Silverhand Knight and his Squire. It's crazy. So you never want to let a Worgen just, you know, hang out on your turn. So he's going to use another Lightning Bolt. This Shaman has seen a lot of removal. Fork Lightning, I believe that's 2 Lightning Bolts already, plus a Hex in there somewhere, right? No, maybe that was a different game.
Shall not fall.
Okay, he's got one of those. He's going to run in there. He's going to do that. Okay. Well, I think this seems fine. And I am going to go ahead and kill this thing off before I can do any more bad stuff. This is not playable. This is not playable. I'm just going to leave them in my hand. There's no point in playing these when all they do is just pop a Divine Shield. If I'm a mage and can pop this Divine Shield at will, anytime I wish. The Healing Totem's good. The Taunt is what I really didn't want, although I didn't really want to see that either. Oh, that's bad. So, once again, I'm in the unenviable position of, like, desperately needing to get Flame Strike or I lose. Let's do this and draw a card. Frostbolt. Okay, that's a really good top deck. Make sure you don't leave this alive. You have to really kill it. And the Voodoo Doctor, I can heal myself, but again, like, this thing can just run into it, kill it, and the Healing Totem heals it back up. So it really is kind of pointless. Although it's sort of as a distraction, I guess, so he's not running into my Twilight Drake. Okay, I'm going to do this, and the reason I'm doing this is that if he has some kind of a buff like Shattered Sun Cleric or Dark Iron Dwarf or something, and he's planning to kill my Drake, then he's not killing this, so this thing sticks around, and then he can kill it off, basically, the next turn. If he kills it, alright, then it's sad that he just got to kill it, but that does mean my Drake lives to see another turn, which is really good. Because hoping there's no taunt. No taunt, although spell damage could also be terrifying, so I don't know what to hope for. It really depends on what he has. Alright, he's going to kill that. And he has removal from my Drake. Of course he does. So if this guy heals up, I can't kill it. I really need Flame Strike, like, now, and I don't get it. Well, let's draw a card. I'm really, really far behind, so I have to draw cards. This actually is pretty sweet, and I will play it. Now I can actually play out the rest of my creatures. Because they're hiding behind this mirror image, so we can get stuff onto the board here. And when these die, the Flesh-Eating Ghoul will grow, and it will actually be able to trade against the Argent Commander. Although, this guy can also trade with the Argent Commander with the help of the hero ability. So I should be able to break past this taunt. I should have some creatures left over, unless he has even more removal, which would be kind of obnoxious. And I can draw a Flame Strike or really a Blizzard at any time. Are you kidding me? God damn it! Ah, oh, Jesus Christ. So much removal from this Shaman. Well, I haven't drawn that much of mine. I had a Frostbolt. And I guess I used a Fireball. But I still need my Flame Strike and my Blizzard. They're still in here. They're still in there. That is neither one. Well, I don't get to draw cards or anything. So, balls. We'll do this. Gotta kill this shit. I mean, technically I'm okay, I guess, but he's got 2 extra cards on me here. I have, I guess, a 3/3 and a 3/3, so I have a 2/4 versus 2 totems, so I kind of have a little bit of extra value on the board, but not a whole lot.
Mind if I roll
Okay, that's 1 card that's not doing anything immediately, although of course it will do stuff later, and that's also not super threatening. Okay, well, he had 2 sort of mediocre cards, which I am content to see. Please give me Flame Strike at some point. Nope, not a chance. Okay, Dark Iron Dwarf is actually quite unimpressive here. Well,
Of course.
what's the best way to do this?
Of course.
I think I have to play it just to put the body down. I guess what I can do is kill that thing and kill off the Loot Hoarder. This Loot Hoarder is going to run into something and die anyway, so I might as well kill it myself. So he has, again, 2 cards. My board is, well, significantly better than his. All it takes really is 1 good card to change that, of course. But we're getting closer down to the end of my deck. Flame Strike and Blizzard are both still in here. They should both be amazing. We're both pretty high life totals. We've just been trading back and forth the whole game with him having a bit of an advantage in that regard, but me still having some good cards in here. Stormwind Champion would even be pretty nice. It's just, I mean, just as a 6/6, it's really good. And if I have any creatures left around, so be it. Ah, wow, that's really terrible. Fuck! Oh, man, so I was hoping only 1 of my creatures would die instead. 2 die, and then he did it very cleverly here, where the Taunt Totem is next to Flame Tongue, so I have to take damage to kill this thing off, and he has a Berserk. Okay, well, I really need Flame Strike. That would just, like, win me the game here, basically. It would kill everything he has. So would a Blizzard. Alright, Flame Strike. Okay, so now we're in a top deck war. That kind of reset everything. We're in a top deck war. He draws the first card, but I already have a creature on the board. So, like, I have a little bit of an edge, but it's a very, very, very minor one. Okay, see, like, that just totally negated everything.
Ready, sir.
And he keeps living totems. I'd say his hero ability is better than mine in this situation, especially because he stopped me now from killing that thing off. Well, let's see how lucky we can get. They're not going to get any better than this. That was actually not great at all in the slightest. Damn it. We'll do this. In case he has removal for my Farseer, I want this to be at 1 health so I can finish it off with my hero ability. Another taunt on him. God damn it! Oh, well, he has a taunter. Okay, so we were in a top deck where I had the advantage, but he caught up. His damage output's not super great here. Sure, I'll play this. I mean, yes, the Mogushan Warden is going to kill it, but that thing is really not going to get any better anytime soon. What do I still have in here? I still have Stormwind Champion. Do I have any, like, 5-drops or anything? Do I have another Kodo, or did I already play both my Kodos? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, no, the healing totem is really bad. Well, I guess he could have healed this if he hadn't drawn the healing totem. So this thing's gonna live now. I'm falling behind. Blizzard would still let me catch up a little bit. Stormwind Champion, not so much. I have to play him, obviously, but it's not really helping me at all. Because he can, if he needs to, he can trade all his creatures in for it. And still have this card and still be ahead. And that's, like, best case for me. Worst case is he actually has something that helps him take care of this. Oh, that Flame Tongue Totem was incredibly good. Damn it. So there's a Blizzard still in here, which I'll draw at some point. The Motion Warden will live. Everything else will die. I'll ping off this Earthen Ring Farce here. Yeah. That's no good. I guess I could have held on to this. Waited for the Blizzard and played it the following turn. I don't know. Man, that Silverhand Knight was very good for him. Uh-oh. I guess he has removal for my Stormwind Champion. Otherwise, he would have run into stuff into it and killed it. Whoa, he doesn't have removal for it? What is he doing? Well, I'm not gonna look a Gift Horse in the mouth. Just kill that. Frostbolt that. I think he should have run everything in and killed it. Then he has like, I mean, maybe this card is bad or something, but still, it's better than letting a Stormwind Champion live. God damn it! It's the second one he's played, and the first one was really good, and so is this one. Yeah, that wins him the game. That now, well, Blizzard still does kill off everything with the help of my hero ability, but it's getting pretty dicey. I might like literally just not even have enough, you know, damage in my deck to beat him before I fatigue out. God damn it. He just had better cards than I did. That is why he won. It is just simply because he had better cards. Like, his deck literally had just better cards in it than my deck, and therefore he won. So that's why it's so annoying to me that aggro is so successful, because, yeah, I just want to play with good cards. So let's take a quick look at the situation. I can do, yeah, I lose. I can do that, that. I'll pass the turn nonchalantly, but he definitely has enough on the board to kill me. Fuck. It's so annoying. Well, I'll maybe do some more arena. I'm not going to give up on the arena career just yet, but I think I maybe compensated a bit too much for aggro, so I just had a bad deck, and that was it. I probably made some play mistakes as well, but my quality of the deck was so low that there's just no way that I could possibly expect to make it to 7 wins. That Shaman's deck was, like, not that great. It had 2 Argent Commanders and some removal, but, like, on a good day, me playing Mage, I definitely could have wrecked that guy's face, but I drafted badly on purpose because I was afraid of aggro, and that cost me that game. Well, anyway, so that was a fun run. If you enjoyed it, please like and or subscribe. Let's take a look here at the rewards. Is that even golden? That might not even be golden, but this is 45 gold. That's pretty good for 5 wins. We'll need to check out what's going on here with that Ice Lance, if that was a golden one or not. Jesus Christ, this is lagging like crazy. And what do we have? Alright, normal pack, that's fine. I had a couple of legendary and epic packs, so I'll take this. That was totally duplicates. So, Ice Lance, what is going on here? It is a gold one. I will disenchant it. 50 dust is nice. I can make 2 legendaries currently. I'm about 400 dust away from third. And let's take a sneak peek at our next arena. I'd like to play Druid, actually. I haven't played Druid in a long time. There he is. That's what it'll be playing as. Sad to pass on Shaman, of course, but it's been a while since I played Druid. Maybe now playing Druid's not so good. All the Druid's best cards are like big fat stuff, but whatever. We'll do it. We'll have some fun, and we'll enjoy life. So if you enjoyed this arena, please again like and or subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Till then.